Hello from one of the most southerly points on the English map. We have travelled to the Vitality Stadium. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Bournemouth taking on Manchester United.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Number 26, David Brooks. Number 10, Ryan Christie. And number 9, Dominic Solanke.
And the starting 11 for Bournemouth.
Well, they're playing with a midfield diamond, so key to their success will be the holding midfielder and the player in the number 10 position. They really need to influence the game here today.
The lineup for Manchester United. David De Gea stands between the posts. Rafael Varane plays with Victor Lindelof in central defence. Casemiro plays alongside Christian Eriksen in the centre of midfield. And the lead striker today is Anthony Martial.
Thank you, Vitality Stadium. Enjoy the game.
An absorbing match in prospect. Manchester United get the ball rolling. Well, a good tackle. Brooks. Christie. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Eriksen. Bruno Fernandes has it. Oh, great vision. Martial! Well, he gave it real leather, but miles off target. Can they take advantage? And in with a real chance. And nicely parried away. Well, if there's one man who can be a match winner, then surely it's Jadon Sancho. Stuart, what do you think we might see from him in this game?
Well, the best players are the ones that can play in tight areas, and he can certainly play in tight areas. He wriggles out of situations, he can find that penetrative pass, and he's such a good player when he gets the ball out of his feet and gets shots away. He could be the outstanding player today.
Well, it's one pass after another. The supporters want to see him have a go. Body in the way. Bruno Fernandes. Well, they might be onto something. Martial can be dangerous from this position. Is this the moment? And there it is, a goal! I must say, much to the annoyance of the keeper.
Well, here we can see it again. Normally I'm the first to point the finger at a goalkeeper, but I think it's a good initial save. I'm not sure he could have done much more. Just a bit unfortunate, really, that it dropped to an opponent.
Goal for Manchester
1-0 then.
Number 8, Bruno Fernandes.
Anthony. And take it away. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Oh, surely. What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Not a great pass. Jefferson Lerma. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. A chance to whip it in. And it wasn't taxing for the keeper. Eriksson. Jadon Sancho. Shaw. And thwarted there following the cross. On the last touch off the defender, so a corner coming up. And there's the delivery. Well, the keeper performing brilliantly.
Well, that's just incredible. He reacted so quickly there.
Well, a short corner here. Bruno Fernandes. This is Varane. Sancho. On to Martial. Casemiro. And is he going to do it, Martial? And they couldn't add to their advantage.
Well, that would have put them in complete control. He should have scored there.
Lewis Cook. Can they create something from here? Who can he pick out? And the throw in for Bournemouth. Brooks. I must say, that wasn't a textbook throw-in routine, Stuart.
Well, that would have been a fine from the club back in my day. It's so sloppy.
Eriksson. That's very effective, good high pressing. Christian Eriksen now. And Martial. Casemiro. Anthony. Bruno Fernandes. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. Wan-Bissaka. There to take it away. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Solanke. And Brooks in possession. Nicely timed tackle. Bruno Fernandes. Well, at first glance, you would think a strong possibility of a red card. Let's see. And the referee does send him off. No arguments there.
Well, no complaints really, but they need to reorganise now and quickly.
And fired from the flank into the area. Well, clattered away. Eriksson. That is a really disappointing effort. Goodness me.
On that occasion, just didn't make the right sort of contact. Should be testing the goalkeeper from that sort of range.
Christie. Dominic Solanke on the ball. Regained possession. He's in here. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, a vital interception. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Could be dangerous. And the keeper more than equal to it.
Well, these fans have had to be patient. Could this be the equaliser?
Well, they're going for the short one. Brooks. Could be. Couldn't quite hang on. Well, nothing untoward happened. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Martial now. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Lewis Cook. Brooks. Solanke. Cook. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? Dominic Solanke. Oh, he's given the ball away. Well, he keeps going. Must be! And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. 2 in front here.
Well, here's the replay. He does well to find that bit of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
And the ball is moving again. 2-0 is how it stands.
Jadon Sancho.
Oh, great vision. He's in with a chance. He's gonna miss that gilt-edged opportunity.
Well, sometimes in these 1v1 scenarios, you have too much time to think about it. He should do better for me, though.
Well, we're almost at the halfway stage and they're not making home advantage work for them one little bit here. Stuart, your assessment?
Well, Derek, this could be a goal here.
Going for the dink. Oh, football finesse at its very best. You can't argue with that finish.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And then the finish is really good. He just dinks it over the keeper. That's an excellent goal.
On they go again, and United beginning to run away with this. He's in control of the situation. Brooks. Difficult to stop him, and credit is due for that good piece of defending. The electronic board has been held in the air, and we're going to have a minimum of 4 added minutes. And the counter looks on here, options available. Can he take the chance? A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Brooks. And here now is Lewis Cook. Not the pass he had in mind. Potential danger here. Martial. And return to Sancho. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Well, that's going to be all for the first half here at the Vitality Stadium. Well, Anthony Martial putting in a magnificent performance. No two ways about that, Stuart.
Well, he's looked sharp, hasn't he? Yes, he scored a good goal, but his general play has been excellent. I've enjoyed watching him today.
Martial can be dangerous from this position. Spectacular save. And there it is, a goal. I must say, much to the annoyance of the keeper. And there's the delivery. Well, the keeper performing brilliantly.
Well, that's just incredible. He reacted so quickly there.
And the referee does send him off. No arguments there.
Well, no complaints really, but they need to...
Must be! And a goal! They're going to take some stopping now. 2 in front here. He's gone and missed that gilt-edged opportunity.
Well, sometimes in these 1v1 scenarios, you have too much time to think.
Going for the dink. Oh, football finesse at its very best. You can't argue with that finish. And the counter looks on here. Options available. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them. So back underway here into the second half. Losing possession here. Dominic Solanke. Lerma. He read the situation defensively and did his job. This might be ideal for the counter. Well, that break looked so promising, but nothing coming from it. Solanke. Solanke. Well, not a bad plan of action, but through to the goalkeeper it goes. Fernandes. Sancho. And in with a real chance. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
Well, as you can see again, Fernandes plays a perfectly weighted pass beyond the defenders, but you do have to ask questions of the keeper. Could he have done better here? I think so. You can't be beaten at your near post like that.
Goal for
Oh,
Manchester
my goodness,
United.
it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Smith. Brooks. Jefferson Lerma. And snuffing out the danger. Solanke. Now with Ryan Christie. Lerma. A wonderful intervention. Dicing with a bit of danger here. Anthony. Casemiro. Here's Martial now. And they need to get tighter. In position. He had to react, and did. Christie. Smith. Now with Ryan Christie. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Now can they counter clinically? Wan-Bissaka. Now with Martial. Well, that effort was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. So a personnel change then. Jadon Sancho. Martial, useful looking attack this. Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. Lewis Cook. Christie. It's with Viña. Very clever read, Casemiro. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? And that goes down as an effort that he's not going to be remembering fondly. And United will switch things around personnel-wise.
Onto the pitch, number 17, Fred.
Anthony Martial. Wan-Bissaka. And cuts inside. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance.
Well, this deserves another look. Just see the bend he gets on the ball. That's a great bit of skill and an excellent goal.
Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. But after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Lewis Cook. Onto Solanke. Brooks. And that was simply miles off target.
Well, I think he's right to go for power, but he's made the wrong connection, and it's really poor technique in the end.
Now, what's the keeper playing at?
With the owner of the blue card parked outside reception, please move it immediately. Thank you.
Wan-Bissaka. Just 20 minutes remaining now. Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. He's holding the ball up. Can they convert? And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day.
Well, watch how he deceives the keeper here. He looks as though he's going to shoot and then goes past him. It's a clever goal.
Goal for Manchester United, number 9, Anthony Martial.
Lewis Cook. He's given us away. Jadon Sancho. Well, not giving the opposition a look in. That's strong play. Bruno Fernandes. Martial. Well, goodness me, into the goalkeeper's grateful grasp. And into the last 15 minutes of action. Jadon Anthony. And space for them here on the flank. Solanke. He read the situation defensively. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? Here's a change for Manchester United. That was a tremendous save after a wonderful free kick. Wan-Bissaka. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Martial. On to Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. Martial. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, as you can see, the defending is all over the place. That's far too easy for the attackers. The goalkeeper's got absolutely no chance there.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Really doing a fine job of protecting the ball. Well, not a great challenge. Free kick here.
Substitution for Manchester United.
Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match.
To be replaced by number 20, Diogo Dalot.
Solanke. Read it superbly to take back possession. Well, for more on the injury, let's go down to our reporter, Jeff Shreves. In with a chance. And that's the hat-trick! Tearing apart this defence time and again. They simply can't handle him.
Well, as the replay shows us, Sancho picks out the pass to beat that defensive line, and then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Viña. Well, a bad pass it was. Anthony. Martial. Bruno Fernandes has it. Wan-Bissaka. Now with Martial. He's in with a chance. Well, he went for power, but he might be having second thoughts about that now.
Yeah, all power and no accuracy. That's a poor finish.
Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. On to Martial. Martial outthought by his opponent. Into the advanced position. Did well to win the ball back. A deft clearance. Martial. Bruno Fernandes. Well, the shot more than decent. It had power, just couldn't find the target. Solanke. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Solanke. And here now is Lewis Cook. A foul, but advantage played. Shot attempted. Making sure it didn't get past him. Well, that would be straightforward for any keeper. Using his physical strength to shield it. Solanke. Lewis Cook. Getting forward. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
Bournemouth goal, number 10, Ryan Christie.
Fred. Anthony Martial. Jadon Sancho. And they have possession again. Not quite the cross he was hoping for. Well, it can be a bit of a hit or a miss when you try to catch the ball in that manner.
Well, it's a difficult skill, and on this occasion he can't quite pull it off. Just didn't hit it cleanly enough.
And that is that. It goes down as a defeat for the Cherries. No points picked up. Stuart, your assessment?
Oh dear, Derek, that was a worrying display. They were completely outplayed in almost every department. The coach has got a lot of work to do before the next game.
And the counter looks on here. Options available. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them. Sancho, and in with a real chance. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here. Wan-Bissaka. And cuts inside. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of their performance. He's holding the ball up. Can they convert? And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field. On to Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance. And that's the hat-trick. Tearing apart this defence time and again. They simply can't handle him.